attitude of ownership. Attitude of ownership. I want you to write this down. John chapter 10, verse 11 through verse 15. And I want you to read that over and over and over and meditate it. Read it over and over and over to yourself. Jesus says, a hired hand, a hireling, will run when the wolf comes. He'll abandon the sheep because they don't belong to him. Jesus teaches that there is a huge difference in the attitude of being a hireling and the attitude of being an owner. It's a big difference in life. An owner has a different sense of protection that he walks in. An owner has a sense of personal responsibility. You're not going to be very happy. You're not going to be very blessed with a hireling mentality. It's not mine. It's not my job. I don't have a dog in that hunt. Years ago, we were getting ready for camp. And I sent 3 boys to take this boat and put it down there in the lake and park it in that boat slip. Well, a couple hours later, I drove by and I didn't see the boat down that boat slip. And I asked those boys, I said, I told y'all to put that boat in the boat. Oh, we did. Well, get in. Let's. Drove down there. And in that boat slip, the rope was as tight as it could be going off down in that water. And I walk up and look down in the water, and you can get the outline of that boat sunk in that boat slip. So, boys, did y'all put the plug in? You didn't tell us that. Fact is, this one boy says, you know, water started running in. We had to jump out of that boat, keep from getting our feet wet. See, I'm telling y'all, I have to work on my attitude all the time because I wanted to put those 3 boys right where that boat was. See, there's a difference in an owner and a hireling. Do you see yourself taking ownership here? Do you see yourself taking ownership in life, or are you just a hireling in life? There's a difference. You know, my dad told me he'd never buy me a car, ever, and he'd never buy me any tires for my car, not ever. And he said, here's what I figured out. Rubber spins off a whole lot less on tires that you bought than somebody else bought for you. And you know, he is right. In all of my life, I've never burnt rubber. I knew how much it cost. I know what that transmission cost. See, life is lived different when you got an owner mentality. It's when you're just a hireling. An owner attitude in life will produce peace. It'll produce fulfillment. It'll produce a sense of joy. A hireling's attitude in life won't produce any of that. Let me tell you something. A hireling's attitude in life does a sloppy job. I send kids out to clean up an area, and I go back and don't look like they've even been. Y'all clean up? Oh, yeah. Did y'all weed eat here? Oh, yeah. What weed did you eat? You send your kid to the room, clean up, and they're back there for a long time, and it looks worse than it did when you go. Come on. You got to live life with an owner's mentality. I want this to look good. I want to do a good job. I want to do a really... Matter of fact, Colossians chapter 3, verse 23. Write this verse down. Put it in your heart. It says, put your heart and soul into every activity. You do that as you are doing that activity unto the Lord himself. I don't work for anybody. I work for the Lord. I work for God. Now, God uses this person for a paycheck. God uses this company to funnel money to me through. But I don't work for somebody. I work for God. And God sees the job I do. God sees the effort I put forth. God sees how conscientious I am. I understand faithful in a little. Then God makes you rulers over much. I work for the Lord. Now, whoever your boss is, that's just somebody God's using to funnel money through to you. But you live life with an owner's mentality. I work for the Lord. See, an owner's mentality, roll up the windows and not just run in the house and let it rain in the car. See, an owner's mentality will pull the windows down when it starts raining. See, an owner's mentality lives life different than a hireling. Study that. Get that attitude in you. I want to have an owner's mentality about life, not just a hireling. Life is lived for all of us in an imperfect world, surrounded by imperfect people, and you got to choose every day a biblical attitude that you're going to walk in. Be grateful, be compassionate, have confidence, have determination, have perseverance, have humility. Be open to change. Walk in joy, walk in trust. Choose an attitude of ownership, not an attitude of a hireling. You got to quit looking for life in an imperfect world to make you happy, and you get yourself happy. How do you get yourself happy? By choosing Jesus in you instead of the hurt or the pain or the loss in you. Get yourself happy. The only way you can do that is have Jesus in you.